Good afternoon. It's March 31st, Easter Sunday. So first thing is to wish you all a very happy Easter. Time of rebirth, marking the resurrection of Jesus, and also the spring quite often. And it is spring, but we did have a big snowfall, so it's going to melt. It's melting already, and it's only right around freezing today. It's supposed to be like 20 degrees on Wednesday, which is about in the 60s Fahrenheit. So this snow is not long for this world. But I thought while we had some here, I would take a walk in the snow and come out here to Harbor Landing. And so here I am. And it's very, very bright. So if I can't always see what you say, if you say anything, I think that's Black Cat. Hello. That would be why. With this snow looking in this direction, I can't really see the screen at all. So we're going to walk through Harbor Landing. There's a long walkway through the middle of this development, which runs along a natural creek for the most part. I was kind of hoping they would have cleared these path might have melted off a bit more than it has, so I'm glad I chose to wear my boots instead of my runners, which I started to do. Got my hat on now, but I expect I'll get too warm as I continue to walk. So yeah, Harbor Landing is a fairly recent development. So lots and lots and lots of housing out here. And also big commercial area. I don't know that we'll see it on this walk, depends on how I go. We're going to follow the path, for the most part down the middle, which will take us, if I go all the way, right down to the southern edge of town. And the eastern edge of town the western edge of town is just off to my right, not too far. We're out on the most southwesterly corner of Regina. Hopefully there's not too much ice. It is quite slushy, so here's the creek I was talking about. I did turn on the microphone, didn't I? Yes. I don't trust myself anymore, having failed to do that a couple of times. So often when I come here in the spring, there'll be birds singing and hopping around here in this little footbridge, but not today. So that's looking down towards the Louvain Drive down there. And over on this side, of course, takes us right through the heart of this housing development, or several housing developments, I guess, really. We'll probably see people walking dogs. On the drive over here, I must have seen 8. Some nice houses out here. There's some really big houses, and then there's a lot of apartment buildings and that sort of thing too. So, real mixture. I know there's a comment there, but I can't read it, I don't think. Oh, Happy Easter, I think it says. Actually thought there'd be more people on the paths, but maybe because of the snow. As I said, I also thought these paths would be more cleared off than they are, or melted off at least, but I guess not. If you're on this side, you have a big deck, you got a nice view, although admittedly it's partially just a view of your neighbors across the way. You can see there's some very big houses out here. A lot bigger than ours is. Houses in general are bigger now than they were when our house was built in the 20s of the last century. I guess you could say houses are being built in the 20s now, too. And yeah, lots of people take advantage of this for big decks here on this side. A lot of these parks have aviation themed names. Like back there where I started was Tudor Park, I think, as in Tudor jets, which are what they used to. I thought they were Tudor jets, and that said Tudor Park. Maybe somebody made a mistake. Tudor jets are the training jets used by the Canadian Armed Forces in Moose Jaw, which is where all of Canada's fighter pilots are trained. This whole creek area here is protected habitat. There's a few places like that in the city where there are creeks that are also. There's one way over on the other side of town that I walk by. It talks about minnows. I can't remember the exact name of the park, but I've pointed it out when I walked through it before. All right, another one of the crossroads here. But there is a pedestrian crosswalk, so I should be able to avoid being run over. Take a look back. That's the way we came. Just the cross light. Carry on along the creek here. Oh, there's some people. Beginning to wonder. Well, a jogger just came up from behind me. Probably didn't see her. There's a little group of people coming. It's very bright. The sun's not even really shining. I guess it is. A little thin layer of cloud, but gotta watch my footing. Actually, it's feeling very warm walking this direction. I'm pretty sure I'll be losing my hat pretty soon as I continue to warm up. There's a dog. I knew there'd be one eventually. More big houses along here. I did put out a podcast today, if you want to check it out. Interviewed a Canadian author named Lynn McGuinness, author of a massive, proposed at least, fantasy series. 2 books out so far. You can check that out on the YouTube channel. You can see there is actually water in the creek, so it's not frozen solid like it would have been had I walked back here a month ago. There's a big house over here. A particularly architecturally interesting house. Kind of focused on the windows more than what the building looks like. Nice to find a patch of bare pavement when I can. I figured the whole thing would be bare, but I guess it didn't melt as much as I thought it would the other few days. Oh, there's a rabbit. Right in the middle of the path. Off he goes. The commercial area is kind of over that way. Big box stores, mostly. Lowe's, Walmart, that kind of thing. Cabana. That's a nice one on the corner there, I've always thought. The white one. Might be a little tobogganing going on up here. There usually is if there's snow, I've noticed on previous walks. A footbridge, but we won't cross that one. We'll stay on this side for now anyway. Are they tobogganing? What are they doing down there? There's this little footbridge, takes you over into that area. The sun is really warm, despite the snow. Now we're getting into more multi-unit housing along here and over there. And you can see, if we keep going this way, we'll start to see apartment buildings more. That's a school over there. I don't know if I'll walk by it on this trip, maybe on the return trip. I don't quite know how I'm going to do the return walk yet. Plan to walk right down to the edge down here, right up against the Trans-Canada Highway, which is not this next road up here. So still a ways to go. Oh, sorry, I can't read that, but thank you for the contribution. I do appreciate it. Sorry, I can't read whatever you said, though. It's just too bright. There's another dog. Hello. Sure, I would trust the ice myself right now, but one thing I remember growing up in Saskatchewan was, as a kid, this time of year, getting out on ice and seeing if it would hold you, and if it didn't, you ended up with a boot full of ice cold water. You had to go home, change. Any chance of reading that? I can't read it. But thank you. Whatever you said. Whatever it says. Thank you. All right, I'll cross into the next section of this path up here. Now, they haven't built... Is there a new building down here since last time I walked? It Seems odd to me to see all those houses directly ahead of me. Oh well, let's see what we get on the other side of the street here. Maybe it curves and it's just, I have to remember it going more straight. There's some apartment buildings now. Rental, I assume. I don't think they're condo buildings, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I guess it curves to the left more than I remembered it doing on the next leg. Crosswalk here. And back to the creek. This is the next leg that'll take us right down to the end of town, edge of town. This is probably, I hope, the last completely white walk I'll take. There'll probably still be snow tomorrow. But by the end of the week, I would expect all the ground to be bare again. Yeah, I guess there's another leg of this yet. I'd kind of forgotten. It's been a while since I walked out here. Maybe a year even, or more. I don't remember if I even came out here last summer. It's not really all that far, but I have to drive, and I've tended to not have a vehicle while my daughter is working in the summer. And my wife's working all the time, so we have 2 cars, but that accounts for both of them some days. So I tend to walk starting from home, which is why you get so many walks to downtown. Our dogs. Let's off a little bit more here. Pick up the pace. Oh yeah, big box stores starting to appear over there. Marshall's. Another footbridge, which I will not take at the moment. Oof. Grasslands Park, they call the commercial area over here, I believe. Somebody said hello. Can't read it though, so whoever you are, hello. I don't know if it'll be any better when I turn around and head the other way. The sun won't be quite in my face, but it'll still be shining on the snow. Probably the first Easter I can remember there being snow on the ground. I know my daughter, when she was little, used to go out to Wascana Country Club for their Easter brunch, which I guess they had, but we didn't go this year. And on some years they would have an Easter egg hunt. And I know I have a clear memory of at least one of those, and there were probably more where there were still snow on the ground, or at least patches of it. And that would have been an April Easter likely, although it might have been a really early Easter like this year. And out there for Thanksgiving dinner with snow on the ground too in early October. They say, I believe, it snowed in history every month except July in Saskatchewan. In my lifetime, I've seen it certainly every month from September to May. Don't think I've seen a June snowfall, July or August. I've seen frost warnings in August for sure, so it's always possible. Looks like it might cloud over. Okay, once we get past this next road, there's one more leg which takes us right out to the southern edge of town and the Trans-Canada Highway. Not quite to the highway, but very close to it. You can already see cars on it actually, off in the distance. A whole family outing here for Easter, walking through the snow. Oh, bubbles. Eee. All right, one more leg and we'll be right down at the edge of town. Then we'll turn around and head back. But I might take a different path back just to vary it. Move over into the residential streets. Back the other way now. Okay. There is a light here. Okay, so we'll take a loop down this way. Right down there you can see the prairie ahead of us. And over there too. We're now on the west side of the creek. And those cars are on the Trans-Canada Highway up there. This was not a paved path, but is graveled. It doesn't seem to be too muddy. So probably worse, or will be worse, in about 3 days when it's really melting like crazy as the temperature shoots up to double digits. You already see people wearing shorts. I usually wait till it's in the 20s. There comes a day when I start wearing shorts more often than long pants. Since I don't work in an office or anything, I can do that sort of thing. And I'm sure everybody in Regina wants to see my manly legs. Pretty sure they don't actually, but oh well. There's a lot of legs on display come summertime. She's got legs. She knows how to use them. Anybody besides me remember that ZZ Top song? I should have a pretty good step total for this week. I report that every week to someone who's collecting steps and using them to promote good causes. I'm not exactly sure how, but I know that's what she does. And I did more walking this week than some, so hopefully I can continue to be a little more reliably walking. As the weather improves. Oh, somebody else said something. I can't read it, even against a somewhat dark background. I think it was Jill who said hello before that. I think the next one is Black Cat saying hello to Jill. Anyway, talk amongst yourselves. Okay, that's the Trans-Canada where the cars are going by. There is a bypass now for Trans-Canada traffic, which has probably reduced the traffic on this stretch. You can go right around the city and avoid, if you follow Trans-Canada in this way, you end up on Victoria Avenue East, which has a lot of stop signs and traffic. But if you're getting on the bypass, you wouldn't be down here at all. You would have been off and hunt well over in that direction. It was a major engineering project completed not that long ago, 3 or 4 years maybe. I don't remember exactly. It's a nice bench if you were to sit there. It's up to your ankles in snow at the moment, or knees, but still. So say hello to the Trans-Canada Highway. We'll loop around here, and this will be our turnaround point to head back toward the car in some fashion. Excuse me. So we're looking pretty much due south here. Okay, and now the path will loop this around because there's no way to safely cross the Trans-Canada there on foot. You could do it, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's probably illegal too. Okay. Let's stop here for a second. As I like to point out, this is what the prairies really look like. The trees that you see all over Regina are all planted by someone. And in new developments like this, they're fairly sparse still, haven't grown up. They grow up so fast, but not fast enough. Okay. We will loop around. However, I might go over into the neighborhoods for the walk back instead of just following back the same path. Probably shorter because it's more straight lines, not so winding. The long and winding road that leads to my car. I don't think I will walk because it is so far. Arr. Arr. That's a pirate song. Arr. Sorry for all the throat clearing. I got a tickle in my throat. I know somewhere up here there's a path that'll take me in there. That's what I'm looking for. It might be right here where it looks like there's an opening between the two. Oh, there's also a dog there that may object to me going that way, if that's what it is. I'll wait till I see for sure if that's what it is. I think it is between those two houses. I can probably go over to the residential streets. Yes. Yes, indeedy. Okay, so we'll do that just to vary the scenery. Just to make the dogs unhappy. Whoa, woof, woof, woof. 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 Woof, woof, woof. He thinks he's a wolf, but he's a woof. Hey, I can read now. Yes, I was. Oh, Allie. I thought it said Jill, so hi, Allie. Okay, we'll see what happens now as I start to walk down this way. Other than you get to see some more of the houses in the neighborhood. Sidewalks are generally more cleared than the path was. I have occasionally encountered a loose dog. That's a little more concerning. So far, I have not been attacked, at least. Oh, now I don't even have the wind in my face. I'm very warm with the sun behind me in my black coat. Oh well, it's kind of the point. You're sweating a little bit, you know you're at least burning some calories. You know, I hate it when you encounter somebody who hasn't cleared their sidewalk after you've been walking on a clear sidewalk. Although, again, I can understand the impulse. If it's going to be 20 degrees on Wednesday, just because you don't clear it doesn't mean it's going to have snow on it for very long. It's curved, so I guess we will too, to our left. Over on the sunny side where the sidewalk is non-existent. There is no sidewalk on that side. Okay. I don't know why there's only a sidewalk on one side. I didn't design the neighborhood. And of course the alleys are Garage City. The water running in the gutters. Oh, there's ice here I gotta be careful of. In the shade, you can sometimes encounter unexpected slicks of ice. Okay, this is Cessna Way and Crane Crescent, as I said. Mostly aviation themes in this neighborhood. Oof. The airport is directly north of here. Not too far. More open land ahead of us. Is this the schoolyard? I think I'm too far south for that. I haven't actually walked this way, so I'm not exactly sure what I'll find up here. Must be a path, because that person up there is following it. Ah! Big puddle there. Glad I wore my boots, or my foot would be really wet at this moment. Huh. Well, maybe if I walk up there, there's a path I can take to the right. Clearly a park. Oof. I don't know if it's a path or not. Clearly a sidewalk that goes that way, so there should be a path that goes both directions. Yeah, I haven't actually walked out to this park before, so this is new for me. Big open grassy area, and there's a path that goes this way. Also one that goes that way. I don't want to trend that way. I want to keep trending north back toward my car. That would be a big old patch of grass very soon. I'm going to trampoline here awaiting warmer weather. And now if you look that way, you can see right out to the western edge of town. Out onto the prairie. Moose Jaw's that direction. This is just a big green space. Doesn't seem to be developed in any particular way. I don't know what those yellow signs represent. Maybe I have come this way before. There's something about those yellow signs. Is it something about a habitat protection? We'll see in a minute. As warning. Oh, it's nothing about the habitat. Warning. High pressure petroleum pipeline runs through here somewhere. Interesting. I don't know if it runs through the bare area there, if it's running sort of under the road here. I guess would be it's running through that big bare strip. More parkland ahead of us. Yeah, your mail is delivered into these super boxes in these new neighborhoods. You don't get it to the door. We still get it to the door in our old neighborhood. Another garage-lined alley. At least they're paved. Not all of the ones in the old part of town are paved. Yeah, see, this is called Aerial Crescent as the aviation theme continues. Well, let's see. There's a path. I'll take that through the park. Beacon Park. I think I want to go this way. Oh, yeah. Keep relatively close to the car's direction. Should walk out here more often in the summer. It's very nice. All this parkland and nice houses. If we can get through April without more snow, that would be great. I wouldn't wager on it, but it could happen. Be nice if this is the last of it for this year. Yeah, all this path continues, so we will continue with it. Slow children playing. You don't have to worry about the fast ones, it's just the slow ones. Huh. House right down at the end there. I have walked right up to the edge of town over there, and it was being prepared to be developed, but it's possible the road over there that's right on the edge of town might actually have houses on the other side of it now. I don't think I'm going to get over that far today, though. This is bringing us back just on the other side of the creek that I walked on coming down. So I might still go left. Let's see, here's another big straight open space. This one is not marked with warning signs for a high pressure petroleum pipeline. Oh, hi, Jolly. Sorry, I'm always slow because it's so hard to see the screen. Apartments there, or possibly condos. I think I pointed them out when I was walking the other way. I think they're probably rentals, but you really can't tell from just looking at places like that. Another dog, 2 dogs. She's got 1 little dog and another little dog too. So take us out of the park, back onto regular sidewalks, it looks like. I do appreciate these patches of bare pavement. Okay, this was Shoulder Park. Let's see, named after somebody. Oh, they're going in there. And I'm continuing this way now. Oof. McClellan Drive. The modern apartment building, and it goes back in here, parking lot. I think there are houses down. The last time I walked down at the edge of town was still the edge of town. I think there's been more development over there. As I said, it's probably been a year since I've been out this way. Gordon Road, still a long way up to where I left the car. This will be a good long walk. How long has it been so far? Oh, yeah. Well over an hour this walk. That makes up for some shorter ones. I don't see a crosswalk here. Oh, maybe it's painted. It doesn't really have a pedestrian warning spot. Nevertheless, it is a painted crosswalk. As we continue along Aerodrome Road, the row houses here, condos, I'm sure. Parking built in on the lower level, it looks like, in these. Great big street signs. 52, 42. 52, 50. Nice clear sidewalk. Oof. You can still trip on it though if you have big clumpy feet like I do. Those super boxes I was talking about for the mail. Expecting a delivery at home today. A new scratching post for the cat. Exciting day. Hopefully he doesn't take offense at it. Okay, well, we're not too far off where I walked before. Here's the school that I pointed off to the other side of the creek, and now we're on the other side of the creek. And there's the school over there. Let's see what it makes sense here from a path point of view. There's a bit of a beaten path through the park. Maybe I'll go down here a little more out of my way, but it'll be more interesting. By the school. No, that's not a school. Could be a fire hall. That's what I think it probably is. Or at least a place where equipment is stored. Fairchild Park Rink Shelter. Well, so much for that idea. It's not that at all. There's the school, big new school. I think I can take this path through the schoolyard. Oddly enough, I was just listening as I drove over here. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. And here I am, down by the schoolyard, although without Julio, unless one of you fine folks watching this is named Julio. The ground, Harbor Landing Hawks. Obviously, the name of the school is Harbor Landing, and their mascot is the Hawks. Yeah, there's a rink there. That's what that's for. Then it's a shelter for that outdoor rink, which is out of commission now for the rest of the spring, summer, I would imagine. Looks like it also has basketball hoops in it, so it doubles as an outdoor summertime activity space as well. Back side of the school. You'd have thought there was an entrance back here, but apparently not. Over there, very back door, but nothing important or major. Playground on this side, more basketball hoops. Basketball hoops for little ones. It's the kind I need. No, I shouldn't say that. My father was, after all, a provincial winning basketball coach. Well, I shouldn't say I would need a baby basket to put basketballs through. It's a big school, as you can see. All right, I'll go. Well, that doesn't actually take us anywhere. I have to go all the way around here. School is off this coming week, I believe. Easter break. They had a week off in February too, so I don't know how that works. We didn't get a week off in February when I was in school. Maybe they don't get a week at Easter, they get it in February and they just get a long weekend. I don't know. It's been a long time since I had a kid in school, elementary school. She's still in school, or will be, but that's... All right. This will take me back towards the car, but I'll just end up back at the same path. Or is this the other side of that? Oh, maybe not. Maybe I can go down here. It's a bit back and forth here, but I will eventually find my car again. So we've gone over an hour now. Nope, not yet. Only 50 minutes, so it'll be over an hour, but not too much. Feels longer. So I've been taking much shorter walks, mostly. Nice clear sidewalk again. So when I was walking down the main creek path, I was on the other side of this white house that's looming up at the end of the street here. So actually, I'm glad to be on this side of it because I don't think I've ever seen this side of it. There's a child park there. Kind of rocks to play around on there in the middle. Oh, here's where I could have crossed. So there must have been a path down this side that I didn't see because it's not cleared. All right, well, this side is dominated by the garage doors. Guess I could have figured that. Looks like the front entrance is actually under that portico sticking out on this side. Or maybe not. Maybe that's a deck because this is probably the front door here. It actually looks better on the other side than it does on this side, I think. Okay, well, there's the path I was walking along when I came this way, but we're going to stick to the residential street now. And again, there's only a sidewalk on one side of the street. One side has garages and driveways, so I can kind of understand why there's no driveway. Interesting one. I think I've got 3 podcast interviews lined up this week, which is a lot. Got to be careful. I could overbook to the point where things starts to stretch way out into the future. Gotta watch out for that. Boy, I'm hot. And I'm putting my coat, but the way the microphone is attached, I'll probably drop it. I hope it's still on. Yeah, definitely want to plug it into charge after this walk. I found the proper little foam cap for it. I don't have the big fuzzball on it. Still might use the big fuzzball if it's really windy. But today is pretty still, so the little foam one ought to be cutting out whatever extraneous air noise there might be. More water running in the gutters. Let's see, that one stands out because it's kind of ultra modern. I like it. I like old traditional looking houses too, but that one's really cool. And of course, it drops down a couple floors on the other side in the creek bank, on the creek bank. Now, I believe I still got another distance to go. Yeah, it's not this cross street that the car's on. I'll be the one after that. Hitchinson Way. Well, it's going to be 20 here on Wednesday, or close to it. So the snow won't be here much longer. But today it's right around freezing. A little above by now, I would think. There'll be a lot of water around this coming week, that's for sure. Jim Cairns Boulevard. But I'm still up one more stretch here to where I left the car. I'm about done. This was a longer walk that I've been doing, and the footing is not as good as I thought, which always is more tiring, walking on the snow. So when I walked down, I crossed at that crosswalk down there. The road I'm on is called what? Oh, it's a crescent. I don't want a crescent. Aviator crescent. How much of a crescent is it? Maybe I should go down and get back in the park. I can walk down this side of it, maybe. It certainly looks like it curves the way I want to go, though. Aviator crescent. I'll take a chance on it. Because up ahead, it goes in the way I want to go. I hope I don't get trapped in a dead end. There's probably a way through to the park, even if it does peter out. Or maybe Aviator Crescent is also something else. New one being built. Really not much farther, provided I can find a way through. Oh, that was an unexpected dip. Visually, it doesn't exist, but boy, I felt it. Oh, let's see, we're close to the airport. A WestJet turboprop, that one, it looks like. Maybe what I take when I go to Calgary on May 7th for the book launch of the two books I'm publishing, The Downloaded by Robert J. Sawyer and The Trader's Son by Robert Runte. There's a joint book launch at the main branch of the Calgary Public Library on that day. And I got a grant to allow me to fly over there for just the one night and attend the book launch, which is cool. And I fly back the next day. It's about an hour flight. Depends on what kind of plane you're in. You can only take WestJet now. Air Canada does not fly between Regina and Calgary. All right, well, did I get myself trapped, or is there a way through to the park somewhere along here? Must be a way through. Oh, some bit of ice here, gotta be careful of. Through there, maybe? No, that's somebody's gate. Huh. I'm gonna have to go way out of my way. It would be unfortunate if so, but I think it's so. That's not a path through the houses. So we're gonna have to go down. Is this a dead end? Did I really mean I'm going to have to really go out of my way here? I knew it said crescent, but I just assumed there'd be some way through. Oh well. I wanted to take a longer walk today. Depends on what happens down at the end here. Looks like. Well, this alone is turning this into an 1.5-hour walk probably by the time it's done. Especially if this crescent really is a crescent and there's no way through to my right. I think there's a road to the right up here. And the way it looks. But it might just be another place, roundabout sort of thing. Know in a minute. Some sort of gap there. Is it all fenced? I think that'll take me into the parkland again. Looks like, yes. I think so. Okay. Well, almost got me after all that. Yeah, this takes me back into the parkland. Okay. I'm well out of my way now, but this time I'll start trending back in the right direction once I go through here. Now I want to go right, not left. And I'm sure there's a path of some sort up here. Oh, there's some rabbits on the path directly ahead of me. They're not as white as they used to be. They're starting to change color. One of them ran away. How long will it be till the other one runs away? He's not too panicked, but there he goes. Another big open space. Oh, I've been in that building over there. It's got a kind of a pub in it. Harbor Landing Village, it says. I did a presentation there. Oh, could go that way now. We'll keep going this way, I think. Must be a street up here. Oh, there goes another rabbit. Oh, there's a whole passel of rabbits right there. I think they're building a snowman up there. You want to build a snowman? Oh, there's another rabbit. Possibly a snowshoe hare. He looked big. Got a car alarm going off somewhere. Okay. Oh, this might be my street. If it is, my car's right down here. If it's not, I got a little further to go to the north. I'm close to the end of the walk. I'm sure nobody has walked with me this entire hour. Yeah, this is Tudor Way, so I'm sure just up here around the bend is where my car will be waiting for me. Ooh, nice and well cleared on this side at least. Do I still have one more park to walk up? I hope not. I don't think so. There's my car. Okay, almost there. I'm further around this bend than I thought. I obviously went way more to the west than I thought I did in that. I guess that crescent really took me out of the way. But I can see my car from here. Which means this is almost over. Longest walk I've done in a while, and my legs are saying, hey, you've not been keeping us in tip-top shape. And I have other aches too. Perils of not being 20-something anymore, basically. Snowbirds Crescent. So again, all air related. The Snowbirds are the Canadian Air Exhibition Squadron based in Moose Jaw. And they fly the aforementioned Tudor jets, which this is Tudor Way, and that's Tudor Park up there where my car is waiting for me. Now on this particular one, like the sidewalk's on the other side. We will rejoin the sidewalk. And in a moment, we will call this quits. Right back where we started after an hour and 10 minutes. Felt longer. Used to an hour walk. Tried really hard to make it an hour walk every walk. I haven't been doing that, and I think I'm feeling the difference. I'm having cut down my walking just a little bit. But as the weather improves, maybe I'll get out more regularly. And there won't be so much working my way through the snow, which is very tiring. Okay, that's it. I leave you with this view of Tudor Park. Thank you for walking with me. Subscribe if you haven't to the YouTube channel. And I'll be back probably tomorrow. Bye for now.